Hello, Aquarius. This is your astrological forecast for the month of October 2016. And hello to those of you who are watching this because you have an Aquarius rising sign. And I do recommend those of you who know your rising sign to check out your rising sign horoscopes because they do kind of give a nice background, foreground, kind of more rounded energy to these kinds of general forecasts. Also, if you're interested, I have started to do bi-weekly horoscopes now instead of weekly tarot horoscopes, and the bi-weeklies do include astrology. In fact, I've got them compartmentalized because I know some people resonate with one over the other. I've heard it all before. And basically, with the energies of the astrology, that comes in the first half of the video. So it's like astrology week 1, astrology week 2, and then it goes tarot week 1, tarot week 2. So there's a lot of stuff in these bi-weeklies now. And of course, if you want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So, what is happening with your October? Well, October itself actually is a much calmer month than, I think, the latter 2 months of the summer. In fact, going into summer in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. When it comes to transitioning into the season, it's actually going to be a lot easier for everybody. We've got some nice angles starting already from Venus in your 10th house of career from the start of the month, going all the way up to the 18th. Venus is in Scorpio. And when Venus is in your career zone, you're actually finding a lot more opportunity kind of being given to you as a favor in the workplace, as a favor in your business. And this could actually be a really good way to cement some strong professional alliances, some strong professional bonds, if you have been looking to kind of reach out, get more clients, get maybe some more VIP clients. Maybe you're in a situation where you would like to kind of start rubbing elbows with people that are more official or more influential in your office. You know, this whole month is going to be all about career, but Venus is starting it off right. On the other hand, we do also have Mars in your 12th house. This is your hidden zone. This has to do with your past. And with Mars in the 12th house, it tends to put all of its energies in a more inverted fashion. It's like the 12th house kind of inverts things. It's almost like having a reversed tarot card. And what happens here is that with Mars in the 12th house, you can kind of see a lot less physical vitality, so make sure that you try not to overdo it too much this month in terms of piling on more obligations, more work to do. But you are noticing that you are much more talented, much more gifted in subtler arts, whether they be spiritual arts, creative arts, writing, music. All of those things are actually coming much more naturally to you. If you're trying to break out of a creative block, if you're trying to find a way to connect to a creative community, this is the month to actually start reveling in that kind of Mars in Capricorn energy. This is also wonderful for those of you who have been trying to get a personal enterprise off the ground. We've already got a lot going on in your career sector, but if you have been trying to get a business you go into for yourself to generate more revenue, this is one of the better places to have it. We've also got on the 7th of the month, Mercury moving into Libra, into your 9th house, and this is all about travel. This is all about opportunities to work abroad or to at least get yourself into more multicultural, and even international settings. This is great for those of you who are looking to kind of make some kind of big splash online, those of you who are thinking about going back to school, working on some vocational training, maybe even trying to get into a choice school or university. This also speeds up processes wherever it goes. So if you've been feeling like it's been really hard to get, say, dialogues with an official agency, a government agency, a legal agency, or an academic agency, moving those things forward, we have these processes speeding up, whatever you've been waiting for. Permits, cases, all of those kinds of things. We have developments hurrying themselves along thanks to Mercury between the 7th and the 24th of the month. When it comes to the 16th, we've got a full moon in Aries, in your 3rd house of communications. And this is also going to be connected to Uranus in this very same area. And this connection is very intense, I think, for a lot of you, because what's going to happen is that there may be a point where we have to break some kind of written agreement for our own sake. I think that we're probably going to need to take back a promise or an obligation that we can no longer uphold between the 16th and the 30th of the month. You know, depending on what you're doing, maybe you realize this is not compatible with your schedule, this is not working out with what you need to do now, it's not paying enough. Whatever the reason is, if you've been trying to get out of this binding arrangement, that is the window period for you to do it quickly and successfully. On the 18th, we do have Venus moving into Sagittarius, where she will stay from the 18th well through the rest of the month. And when we talk about Venus going into the 11th house, this is the time where a lot of love is going to come through friends. Okay, single Aquarians, if you're looking for love opportunities, it's going to come through your social circles, whether it's you are meeting new people through your friends, maybe a friend is offering to set you up, maybe a friend is becoming more than just a friend. At this point in time, if there's like a mutual chemistry and somebody finally works up the nerve to just try and make something happen, this is where we have a lot of that focus go. And with Venus going into Sagittarius and staying there, you know, if somebody does decide to kind of pop that question, or perhaps, you know, even again, move, you know, offer to kind of, you know, be the go-between, be the wingman, be the wingwoman, you should let them. On the 22nd of the month, we've got the Sun moving into Scorpio, your 10th house of career. And we've also got 2 days afterwards, Mercury joining the Sun in this area. And again, it's all about rapid advancement for you, because the Sun, in anywhere it goes, is always talking about getting more out of what you have or getting more out of the area that you are in. If there has been a very difficult strain on whether or not we can get ourselves, you know, that ideal transfer, that ideal promotion, whatever it is, that raise, kind of, you know, kind of climb through the ranks, opportunities are going to be opening up. These could be internal moves. These could be external moves. It could be internal within the company, but external out of the building. Whatever Mercury is doing here alongside the Sun, though, it's trying to find the fastest route possible for you to actually not only increase your stature in your career between the 22nd of October and the 20th of November, but it's also working on increasing the revenue you get from the work that you're doing. We've also got a lot of this coming right before this new moon in the same area on the 30th of the month. And this new moon in Scorpio is going to sort of raise some eyebrows, I think, a little bit around you. You know, and Mercury and this new moon will be very friendly with one another. We've also got a lot of this energy, again, talking about a big, fast-paced shift. Big, fast-paced alteration happening here as far as career is concerned. You may be finding you are being lifted out of your position and placed in a better situation without a whole lot of effort on your part. Yes, you do need to dialogue. Don't just sit there and do this. Can't do that. But what you should do is allow it to happen. It may kind of pop the idea of comfort zone. You may be moving into a position or a situation where it's like, I don't feel like I have the training for that. I don't know anyone there. However, you do want to keep an open mind. Because again, Mercury makes things move quickly, but a new moon is going to be planting seeds. It's going to be starting something brand spanking new for you. And this could also be great for those of you looking to work for another company or go and just find a brand new job in general. This could be one of those situations because Mercury is involved. Again, this is happening in a brisk hurry. And so you might be finding out it's like, okay, I just turned in my application, or I just called the recruiter, or I just walked in, and all of a sudden I have a job within a week. Okay, this is the kind of energy, very, very rapid, between the 30th of the month and into about the 6th or 7th of November. So I hope you guys have found this forecast helpful, and I wish you the best of luck out there, Aquarius. If you did enjoy this, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And don't forget to check out your new bi-weekly horoscopes or the daily tarot horoscopes that I put on Instagram and Twitter at Scarlet Moon Nico is the name, and you can kind of see that on the outro after this video. And if you'd like to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or you can go to integrativemysticism.com. I'll talk to you later.